Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for January 21st. January 21st is the 21st day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, with 344 days remaining to the end of the year, except in leap years when there's 345 days remaining to the end of the year. For the last few days, we've been looking at words that have entered the lexicon within the last 25 years, and today's word is bingeable. Another word my spell check didn't recognize. Bingeable is an adjective that means able to be consumed in rapid succession, typically said of entertainment such as movies, television, streaming videos, etc. An example of something bingeable could be a television show with multiple episodes that can be watched one after another, especially on a streaming video service. That is how I watched Lost in Space on whatever channel it was on. It started at the beginning and watched all of them. I was sorry there weren't more at the end, but there you go, bingeable. The first documented use of the word bingeable is 2013, and of course remember that most words are in use before they're documented. I'd like to pause for a moment to remind you that links to my research are included in the show notes, and to ask you to go ahead and click that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section. And with that, we're going to move on to the year 1738 when Ethan Allen was born. He's best known for being a Revolutionary War hero and the key founder of the Republic of Vermont. 1789, the first novel, it's got a long title. It's called The Power of Sympathy, or The Triumph of Nature Founded in Truth, by William Hill Brown, was printed in Boston. What a title. Wikipedia's synopsis says that the characters' struggles illustrate the dangers of seduction and the pitfalls of giving in to one's passions, while advocating the moral education of women and the use of rational thinking as ways to prevent the consequences of such actions. Best way I know to prevent consequences is to not take those actions in the first place. Maybe that's what they were talking about. Anyway, that synopsis sounds like a pretty reasonable idea to me, although let's not limit moral education strictly to women. I think the strong concepts here are recognizing the pitfalls of giving in to one's passions and the use of rational thinking as a way to prevent consequences by way of avoiding practice of such actions. In other words, think it through. Sometimes when I hear people's stories about what happened to them, it has something to do with some action they took, and I want to say, what did you think was going to happen? People just need to think things through and not give in to their impulses willy-nilly. Learn some impulse control. On January 21st, 1793, one day after being convicted of conspiracy with foreign powers and sentenced to death by the French National Convention, King Louis XVI, it's all written in Roman numerals, so I had to translate it. King Louis XVI was executed by guillotine in the Place de Révolution in Paris. This is the birthday of Edith Tolkien, born January 21st, 1899. She was the wife and muse of J.R.R. Tolkien, serving as an inspiration for his fictional characters Luthien Tinuviel and Arwen Undomiel. Pretty lady, too, Mrs. Edith was. She lived to the age of 82. This is the birthday of French fashion designer Christian Dior, born January 21st, 1905. Interestingly, in 1955, Yves Saint Laurent became Dior's design assistant. Looks like that was working out to Dior's satisfaction, because 2 years later, in 1957, Dior met with Saint Laurent's mother to tell her that he had chosen Saint Laurent to succeed him at the Dior fashion house. She thought this odd, since Dior was only 52 at the time, but Christian Dior may have been prescient in that he died of heart attack later that year, in October of 1957, at the age of 52. Kiwanis International was founded in Detroit on this day in 1915. They're a community service organization. They've had various slogans in the past, such as "We Trade" or "We Build." Their current slogan is "Serving the Children of the World." What hasn't changed is their 6 objects of Kiwanis International, which includes a focus on the spiritual rather than the material values of life, encouraging living by the golden rule, practicing higher standards in social, professional, and business standards, to live by example, to develop enduring friendships, to render altruistic service, and to build better communities. I've paraphrased these 6 objects in the interest of brevity. There's a word for you, brevity. If there are any Kiwanians among my viewers, I'd be interested in your insights in the comment section below. On January 21st of 1924, Vladimir Lenin, the architect of the Bolshevik Revolution and first leader of the Soviet Union, died of a brain hemorrhage at the age of 54. On January 21st, 1959, a 31-year-old named Karl Dean Switzer got into a fight, reportedly over money that he felt was owed him. This fight resulted in his death. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, it is that Karl Dean Switzer was the kiddo who played the part of Alfalfa in the Our Gang movies of the early 1940s. After his stint as a child actor, things didn't really go all that well for him, and he kind of flopped from job to job and got in trouble with the law and went to see someone that he felt owed him money, and they didn't agree, and maybe he got aggressive, I don't know. But anyway, the guy shot him and was found to be justified in self-defense. On January 21st, 1976, the first Concordes with commercial passengers took off, one from London's Heathrow Airport and the other one from Orly Airport outside of Paris. The thing about the Concordes is they were designed to go faster than the speed of sound. At 1,350 miles an hour, this cut air travel time by more than half. Concordes flew until 2003, and there are various and differing ideas as to why they quit flying. I think it was a combination of events, including a loss of confidence after a crash, fear surrounding 9/11, outdated instruments, aging equipment, and the fact that airlines could make more money on first-class passengers in subsonic flights. Whatever the reasons for its demise, Concorde's first commercial passenger flight began on this day, January 21st, 1976. On January 21st, 1977, U.S. President Jimmy Carter granted an unconditional pardon to hundreds of thousands of men who evaded the draft during the Vietnam War. 1981, the production of the iconic DeLorean sports car began in Dunmurry, Northern Ireland, United Kingdom. On January 21st, 1990, American tennis player John McEnroe became the first player since 1963 to be disqualified from a Grand Slam tournament for misconduct. McEnroe was an amazing tennis player, but dear goodness, the temper on that guy, holy cow. Well, he just happened to pitch one too many fits at this game, got himself disqualified. There you go. In one of the largest drug busts in American history, the United States Coast Guard intercepted a ship with over 4,300 kilograms, 9,500 pounds. That's over 4.5 tons of cocaine. That is a lot of cocaine. Holy cow. On this day in 1999. On January 21st, 2009, Toyota officially surpassed GM as the planet's biggest car maker. GM enjoyed that spot for over 70 years, but Toyota sold over 600,000 more cars in 2008 than GM did. And I think that's going to wrap it up for us today. As always, links to my research are included in the show notes. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video and be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. While you're looking at videos, you should check out my other channel, 8 Susquehanna. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. On is this 21st? Yeah. Okay, let's try that again. Not too salty though. It's gotta be just right. No, it's not. Okay, hold on. Okay, do that again. Okay. That's not a nice way to say it.